patterns, right? And a lot of times these patterns don't serve you. They self-sabotage, and we live them over and over and over again a lot of those times. Patterns we find ourselves in sometimes can be hard to break out of. Hi there, Jodie Bentley here, actor, producer, and career coach. And in this video today, I want to talk about breaking patterns that do not serve you. Now, we all have patterns, right? You probably are familiar with a lot of them that you do have. And a lot of times these patterns don't serve you. They self-sabotage, and we live them over and over and over again a lot of those times. And it's those patterns that can actually keep you feeling stuck, keep you like living in the same loop, whether that's even in your acting career or even in life in general, right? Some of these patterns we find ourselves in sometimes can be hard to break out of. Now, this came up with a client of mine in my mastermind group this past week as she found herself procrastinating again. And I wanted to share this with you because I'm sure it will resonate with a lot of you. And we started just talking through again what was working and what wasn't. Because when we first started working together, this was a big thorn in her side. We created a productivity system for her to use, and it was working. And so we started talking through of like, okay, what happened, right? Where did the pattern start to seep back in? And why is that system that we created no longer serving you? And she realized that she had let go of a lot of the structure that we had created, and the old pattern started coming back in. And just through the conversation, it just reminded me of something very important, that sometimes we just get to change things up. It's like when you work with a trainer or you hear about workouts, it's like you can't work out the same muscles all the time. You got to work out different muscles or change up your workouts to that muscle confusion, right? To confuse your body so it's not getting used to doing the same thing over and over again. So I think what was happening with my client is she was doing that pattern. It was great. It broke her out of the procrastination cycle she was in. But the longer she was doing the new system, the new structure, the pattern started seeping back in because it became not as exciting anymore. The body became used to it. Her mind became used to it. I recently had to do this with my daily routine. I was feeling stuck in my daily routine. There were parts of it that I was like, I'm just not going to do that today because I don't want to. And I finally had to take a step back and examine what was going on, what wasn't I doing, and how could I shift things. And I switched around my routine, and now it's working great. So it was just such a great reminder that we get to, first of all, recognize the pattern, right? What's the pattern that's happening? Oh, look, it's happening again. Then really assess what's going on, what's working for you in the current system, what's not working for you in the current system. And then just, again, remembering that we get to change things up. Sometimes that doing the same thing and forcing ourselves to do the same thing over and over and over again is not helpful. It wasn't helpful for me in my routine. It wasn't helpful for my client as she was finding the procrastination coming back. So you get to create a new structure, a new way of doing things. And it's not about shifting everything completely. It might just be tweaking something slightly. I literally just switched around a couple things of the order of events of my morning. And we literally took the system that we had created with my client, just tweaked it a little bit and added another component to it. That's all we did. It wasn't like we recreated the wheel. But you just get to recognize the pattern, assess what's not working, and create a new way of doing things. A new way just to almost shock your system out of the pattern, right? Out of those neural pathways. And the other thing that I coached my client on that I really invite you to do if you find yourself in this space is commit to reaching out to someone or a group of people daily or weekly to support you. So my client had agreed to do this new structure 4 days a week. So on those days, I invited her to post in the group that we have for the mastermind group. We have a chat group for the group. Post in there when she's done. What does she accomplish, and post when she's done. Therefore, that adds a level of accountability, right? And we get to be accountable to ourselves, But when we're accountable to someone else, something just like switches in our brain. So she's been posting every day about what she's been doing, and it's been exhilarating for her and exhilarating for us to see her break that pattern and intentionally break that pattern. So I really invite you to find someone or to commit to reach out to text, to call, to have them hold you accountable to what you are doing. I have an accountability partner. I've had the same one for the past 4 years, 5 years. We talk 5 days a week, and she helps keep me accountable for certain things that I don't want to be doing. And then the final step that I want you to think about in terms of breaking your patterns is recommit to yourself. Recommit to yourself, re-enroll yourself in the vision that you have for your career, for your life, wherever this pattern is around, right? Wherever this pattern finds itself showing up, right? Recommit to that part of your life. Re-enroll yourself to make that vision that you have bigger than procrastination, bigger than fear, bigger than anything. Right? Make your goals and dreams bigger than anything. So, just to reassess, if you find yourself getting back into a pattern, recognize it. Assess what's not working. Create a new system for yourself. Find some accountability to make sure that you do it and recommit to yourself like you never have before. All right, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I trust this helps, and I'll see you soon.